for joining us, Miss Candice. All right, so welcome to Elevate to Evaluate, harnessing performance management for organizational success. So before we start, my name is Louie, and I will be your training facilitator for today's session. I am the talent development partner for Marie France Group of Companies, and you probably know me as the person who's onboarding all our new hires. So all our new hires, I also do the upskilling training session for nurse therapists, FDOs, and such. So just a bit of a background about me. I've been a corporate trainer for more than 5 years now, and I've handled rank and file employees up to executives when it comes to training. So I'm very excited for this batch for the Elevate to Evaluate training. So are you girls ready? Yes, okay. So you have your notepads, right? You have your notepads. So let's break the ice for just a little exercise to make everyone comfortable. Have you guys played human bingo? Human bingo. So all you have to do, everyone should stand up. Let's go around the room, talk to one another. For those na hindi nyo pa kilala, it's time to get to know them. So using the notepads on your desks, you have to note 9 names based on the fun card that I have on the next slide. So ang catch, may mga description. On the next slide, there are descriptions on every box, and you need to find out who these people are. Okay? So, kailangan yung itap who are these people. Some of them may someone who's wearing white or someone who's wearing pink. So, hanapin nyo na yan. Okay? Now, note, you cannot choose yourself. You can't choose yourself for the description. Bawal i-note ang sarili. Okay? And once completed, please shout bingo and go in front. You get a Chef Tony's popcorn, courtesy of HR department. Okay, are you ready? Ready? Okay, I want you to find these people. Someone who's wearing pink or white clothes. Someone who's wearing high heels. Someone who can do a TikTok trending dance. Again, these are the people inside the room lang, ha? Ayan, wearing a necklace. Someone who has colored hair. Someone who's aged 35 to 40 years old. Someone who has manicured nails, wearing red lipstick. And lastly, someone who loves K-drama or K-pop. Alright, I'll give you a few minutes. First one to complete it wins the popcorn. Ayan. Pag ganun, kahit ano blackout, bingo blackout po. Ayan, lahat yan sila. Hahanapin natin. Ayan, let's go. Hanapin na those people. Wearing high heels. Can do a TikTok trending dance. Magsasample mamaya kung may nilagay kayo dyan. Okay? Naka-high heels. Naka-red lipstick. Ayan. For the popcorn. Yes, one name only per description. Bawal umulit. Bawal dumoble ang names. Who loves K-drama or K-pop? BTS fans. Bingo for Miss Jen! Okay, let's validate. Hold on. Siyempre, we have to check. We have to validate who these people are. Go lang, Miss Jen. Sige. Okay, guys, listen up. Sige. Wearing white clothes, Miss Pinky. Okay, how about, Miss, dito tayo. Wearing high heels. Miss Shy, patingin. Okay, perfect. How about someone who can do a TikTok dance? Miss Ross, where is Miss Ross? Miss Ross? Yes, we need to check. DTI representative, can we see your TikTok trending dance? Ano yung alam nating dance? Okay, 1, 2, ano po ba? Anong dance yan? Yung you. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. You. Okay, in fairness, alam. Good job. Yes, next miss, wearing a necklace. Miss Cheng, okay, perfect. Someone who has colored hair. Miss Riza, okay. Age 35 to 40 years old. Miss JR, okay. Look at this. Oh, has manicured Hala! Red. Red. Miss Red? Who's Red? Miss Rhea. Sulat ni Miss Jen yun. Miss, Miss Mavic. Okay. And K-drama, K-pop. Miss Rhea. Okay, to validate, to validate. Miss Rhea. Ay, wait, may umulan. May umulan! May umulan! Wait lang. Isa pa, okay. Bigyan natin ng chance. Anyone who... Miss Fel? K-drama, K-pop? Ay, no! One more. Sino kilala mong Miss Ma? Aww. Red lipstick na si Miss Ma. Okay. Sige, let's give token na lang, consolation prize for Miss Jen. Thank you for sharing. Oh, we still have the popcorn. Complete your list. Ay, bingo. Yes, go ahead. Huwag mahiya. Yes. May time pa. Again, wala dapat uulit na name. Sayang Miss Jen. Sayang Miss Jen. K-drama or K-pop? Mga army, or mahilig sa K-drama. Bingo, Miss Rosh? Okay. Oh, let's validate. Miss Rosh, naka-bingo na for the popcorn. Sige, Miss. Okay, patingin po. Okay, wearing pink, Miss Jen. Colored hair, Miss Cheng. Okay. Wearing necklace, Miss Riza. Okay. High heels, Miss Shai. Perfect. White colored clothes or pink, Miss Pinky. Miss Pink? Oh, white. And then, ano to? 35 to 40, Miss JR. Where's Miss JR? Ayun, Miss JR again. Nail polish, Miss Rhea. Okay, and then red lipstick, Miss Lisa. Let's see. Okay, and then K-drama, Miss Mavic. Where's your TikTok dance? Parang walang TikTok. Walang TikTok. Oh, anyone, you can name. Sarili na. TikTok dance. Hindi pwede sarili, Miss. Cheng? Oh. Pero sige, okay. Ayan. So, meron pa ba? May nakabingo ba? Wala. Ang hirap? Sige. Malos na lang, Miss. So, thank you so much. You haven't asked me. I love K-drama. I love K-pop. Anyway, sige, kasali tayo. Or Miss K, diba? Okay, so everyone, sit down na tayo, settle down. Thank you so much, Miss Jen and Miss Rosh. Ayan. Okay, so, ayan, I think you guys are seated beside your center mates. Baka kakilala nyo yung katabi nyo. So, let's shuffle the room. I want you to count off 1 to 4. Okay, starting with Miss Pinky. 1. 1. Okay, so we have 4 groups. Group 1, dito po tayo. Group 2, dito po. Group 3, dito. And then Group 4, dito. Ayan. Ayan. So, say goodbye to your seatmates, your center mates. It's time to mingle with one another. Ayan. Okie dokie. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ayan. Yes. Dito 1. Dito 1. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright. Dalawa lang po. There's only 12 participants. Who's missing? Miss Shai? 4. Ay, yes, Miss Riza? Any challenges, Miss Riza? Okay, so complete now. We have 3 groups for 1, 3, 2, okay, 3, okay, tama naman. Alright, so earlier, I asked you to sign up or your code for the Wi-Fi, or if you have Wi-Fi access, pwede naman, use your data. So before we start the discussion, I want you to work as a group and think of at least 5 words to incorporate with performance management. So I will share with you, go to menti.com, sino na yung may mga Wi-Fi access dyan? Okay? So if you already have Wi-Fi access, please go to menti.com. I will give you the code for the words that you have to put there. Okay? Ayan. So who needs the QR code for the Wi-Fi? I'll get it here. Okay, ayan. So all you need to do is just scan and it will automatically connect. Ayan. My code, yes, of course. There is a code, and the code is 84397971. The code is up here, 84397971. So as a group, think of at least 5 words that you can think of when you hear the phrase or when you read the phrase performance management. Again. All your responses, once you submit it, it will be shown here. And if you don't see the words that you inputted, baka umulit siya. So, the bigger the word here, mas maraming nag-input ng words na yun. Okay, so again, the code is 84397971. So where do you put the code? Just go to menti.com on Google Chrome. Yes, go ahead. Try to think of words that you can remember when we think of performance management. Ayan. So once you hit submit, the words will pop up here. Let's wait for your responses. Yeah, you don't need to fill out all the 10, I think 10 options yata yun. You don't need to fill out all, just put at least 5. And then hit submit. So from yesterday's class or the class 2 days ago, ayun na. Professionalism, strengths, weaknesses, attendances, initiatives, customer service, professionalism, okay? Yeah, keep them coming, guys. And then again, the bigger the word, the more people inputted yung word na yon. So leadership, responsible, yun ba sa akin? Flexible, reliable, diligent, okay? Good. What else? What else? What else? What else? Meron pa ba? Let's see. So far we have 2 responses. Let's see. Let's wait for the others. Let's see if lumabas na. So again, if you don't see the words that you inputted here, it means may nakalagay na. May nakapag, ano na siya, nauna sa inyo, kumbaga. And the bigger the word, the more people incorporated that word with performance management. Okay, what's added? Hardworking. Diligent. If you notice, diligent is bigger than the other words. Marami siguro nag-input sa inyo ng diligent. Attitude. Responsible, attendance, reliable, work ethic. I love it. Initiative. Initiatives. Parang kulang ng I. Sino yon? Weaknesses. Okay. Meron pa ba? Respectful, responsible. Okay. Meron pa ba? May maglalagay pa? Going once, going twice? Training. Okay. Hardworking, team worker, coaching. Okay. Camaraderie. Ganda. I love that word, camaraderie. Team worker. Okay. Teamwork. Initiatives, training, supervising. Okay. Optimistic. Monitoring. Hirap basahin. Nakatagilid. Monitoring. Okay. So, may hahabol pa po ba? Meron pa? Meron pa? Okay. I think you have a good grasp on what performance management is all about. Key performance indicator, KPIs, rewarding, evaluation, flexibility, team player, planning, okay, hard work. Meron pa ba? Ayan. So if you notice, the biggest word, ito, tatlo. Customer service, leadership, and strength. Strength. Okay, so let's proceed with our main slide. Ayan. So, I think you guys have a good grasp on what this pocket training will be all about. Now, the objectives of this pocket training, sino dito yung first time raters? Or you guys are just rating people for a few months pa lang? We have Miss Chen, right? So for our first time raters, we want to empower our newly promoted managers and officers in providing effective feedback to our subordinates. So the objective of this pocket training naman for the long time raters, heard the long time raters. Yeah. Miss Fel, how many years have you been a rater? Ilan? 20 years. Wow, Miss JR, how about you? 4, di ba? Tagal na rin, Miss Mai. 15. May mas mataas ba sa 24, right, Miss? Ay, 20, oh. May mas mataas ba, Miss Liza? 2008. Miss May Math. Miss Liza. 25. Oh, 26. Right, Miss? How about you, Miss? Long long time. Okay, now for the long time raters, this pocket training for you is just a refresher and to make sure that we are all standardized in efficiently conducting the performance reviews for our subordinates. Okay? So it's better to learn pa, diba? We're always learning, right? Now we also want one of our objectives also is to understand what performance management is all about. We also will also give you a glimpse of our competency-based performance appraisal form. Mamaya yan, makikita nyo the new performance appraisal form. And lastly, apply techniques learned in providing effective feedback to your ratees or your subordinates. So yan ang pag-uusapan natin and that is our objective for today's training. Now, here's our module outline just to share with you. We're gonna talk about, we're gonna introduce to you performance management, especially for the first time raters. We'll also teach you how to set performance expectations and goals. Do you guys know SMART goals? Here, for the long time raters, alam natin yan, SMART goals. We'll also share with you how to provide effective feedback and coaching using radical candor. Have you heard of radical candor? Baka yung classmates natin from the previous batches na-chika sa inyo. Anyway, so we'll talk about that later and then we'll also conduct performance evaluations, share with you how to conduct performance evaluations, implementing and maintaining a performance management system, the step-by-step process flow of each performance evaluations, third month, fifth month, and annual. And lastly, we'll also share with you the performance improvement plan and development for regular employees who you feel is like underperforming talaga. Okay? And may pa-surprise din tayo at the end of this session. So are you ready? Yeah, so let's introduce performance management. So earlier, you have a lot of words that you can think of, diba? When you hear the phrase performance management. But in by definition, ng dictionary natin, performance management is the systematic approach to measuring the performance of employees. Systematic, right? It's not subjective, hindi siya based sa feeling ko, this person deserves outstanding rating. Hindi siya ganon, di ba? So it's systematic. There are key items, you mentioned earlier, key performance indicator, someone mentioned dun sa word cloud natin, right? So it's a systematic approach to measuring the performance of your team members. Okay, now what it is, it's an ongoing communication process between you and your ratee. And you might think of it, it might come off as, this is just a once-a-year evaluation. Ito na naman si Paf. Ito na naman, busy season na naman for the performance evaluations, di ba? So it's not just a once-a-year evaluation or about completing forms once a year. It has to be an ongoing communication between you and your subordinate. Okay? Although it may seem like it, diba? The performance evaluations, it's a salary justification. In some ways it is, but it's not just solely that. Okay? It's a process of objectively assessing and summarizing your employee's work performance for the given period. Kaya tayo may sinasagutan na form, objectively. Hindi siya based sa feelings what else? It's not a manager's monologue. Anyone here who's guilty of using the performance evaluation as your time to shine? Ako yung magdidictate na magdidictate kay employee. That's not what performance management is all about. It's a two-way communication process. So dapat give and take kayo pag nagsasalita. And actually, with performance management, mas matagal dapat yung spotlight the employee. Mas marami siyang airtime, kumbaga. Okay? What it is? It's also helping employees to develop action plans to improve. Tama, mali? Tama. Diba? The aim or the goal of a performance evaluation, if an employee is not, or if an employee is underperforming, you help them. That's one of your responsibilities as their leader, as their direct superior. Now, it's not reprimanding employees on their skills. Alright? Now, that is the quick introduction to performance management. I'm sure mas marami dito ang long-time reader, so you have a good grasp on what performance management is all about. Now, it might feel like parang ang daming gagawin. It's overwhelming. So let's start with the first step. Always the first step. Setting performance expectations and goals. Yeah. So how do you set expectations and goals, right? Number one, you clarify the objectives. Okay, ginagawa niyo ba ito? You guys have the objective setting form, right? Yan yon. Okay? And then, you set SMART goals. You guys know SMART goals for the long-time readers. SMART is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Or, well, time-specific, yeah, time-bound. So, SMART goal. So, I'll give you an example of a SMART goal. This one. Attend one professional development event every quarter. Very short, very specific, SMART goal. Now, what makes it specific? Anyone? What makes it specific? One every quarter, right? One professional event every quarter. Okay? So what makes a goal specific? It leaves no room for vague interpretation. Diba? One professional development event every quarter. Straightforward. If you say that to your subordinate, walang confusion, kumbaga. Okay? Now, what makes this goal measurable, it's the word, one. They just need to attend one. One event lang. One development event every quarter. Hindi nila kailangan attendan lahat. Okay? Now, what makes this goal achievable is isa lang siya per quarter. Achieve. Kayang-kaya, di ba? Even if you have a busy time, you can squeeze in just one. 3 months naman ang isang quarter, di ba? Now, what makes this goal relevant? It's what? It's specific to their work. It's specific to their role, right? It's relevant to their role. And lastly, it's time-bound. Saan dyan? Saan ang time-bound dyan? Every quarter. There you go. You have a set deadline. Specific deadline where or when they hit this SMART goal. Okay, so I'm sure you're aware what SMART goal is. Another example is this. So, a simple personal goal could be, ayan. Sino dito yung goal to ever since then? Ako, goal ko to dati. I want to get fit again. I want to get fit again. Ayan. Now, to make it a SMART goal, how can you make this one a SMART goal? Anyone? Any samples? I'll call someone from the back. Let's have Miss Rush. How do you make it a SMART goal, kunwari? If that is your personal goal. How do you make it SMART? Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound.
I want to get fit again in 4 months.
In 4 months. Okay, may kulang. How do you achieve that?
By
Yun.
active exercise.
Dieting. Diba? Thank you so much, Miss Roche, for sharing that example. Now, to make it the SMART goal, SMART goal? Pwede ganito, di ba? Next week, I'll begin working out every day. Every day, so that I will lose 5 to 10 pounds and ready to run a marathon within a year. That's very specific. Achievable ba? Yes, you have action plans there. Work out every day. Kaya ba? Every day. 10 to 15 minutes workout, right? Yung mga home workouts like that. So that I will lose 5 to 10 pounds and ready to run a marathon within a year. So it's SMART goal, specific, measurable because within a year and every day, diba? Measurable, what else? Achievable with working out. What else? Relevant because that is your goal. Diba? Yun yung gusto nating ma-achieve. And of course, time bound within a year. Okay, now ito, how about this one? Sino dito ang goal ito? Very vague goal. I want to be financially independent. I'm sure some of us ganito yung goal. Ako? Yes! Gusto ko rin. I want to be financially independent. But how do you make this a SMART goal? Dito naman tayo sa side ng room. Let's hear it from Miss Liza. Care to share? How do you make this one a SMART goal?
I want to be financially independent
Mm-hmm.
by paying off my debts within the year.
Within the year, okay. By paying off my debts within a year. Very specific, right? Actionable because yun yung gagawin nyo. Babayaran ko lahat ng utang ko para maging financially independent. Thank you, Miss Liza, for sharing. Now, here is another example on how to make it a SMART goal. On the next payday, uy, ngayon yun. Uy, it's payday today. I will start saving 500 pesos every end of the month so that I can pay off all my debts by the end of the year. So, March pa lang naman, di ba? March pa lang, we still have how many months, right? 9 months pa until the end of the year. So, that's what makes this a SMART goal. Alright, now, in setting expectations and goals, aside from the goal being SMART, aside from it being clear, the goal has to be collaborative. Okay? Collaborative in a sense that you talk about it with your subordinates. When you set expectations, when you set objectives, dapat kausap nyo si team member. Why? Why do you think it's important na collaborative ang goal ninyo? Ba't kailangan nyo silang kausapin? Kasi, who's gonna implement the goal? Sila. Diba? Sila yung gagawa ng actions to hit the targets, to hit the quotas. So it's important that you get their buy-in. It has to be collaborative. Di yung silat mo lang, ito kasi sabi ni ganito, ganyan. And then, kaya na nila, bahala na sila. They're like headless chickens. Yan. Baka pag-usapan pa kayo, alam yung goal ni Miss Pinky. Baka ganon, di ba? We don't want that to happen. So you have to collaborate with them. And lastly, when you set expectations and goals, it has to be aligned with our organizational goals. My question to you, do you guys know what's our company's goal? What's our company's vision? Yes, vision and mission. Diba? Along with the brand promise and core values, do you guys know? Nasa ano po yan? Yes! Nakapaskal sa HR. Yes, nandun sa reception. We have a copy of that. And also, if you don't know, with my new hire onboarding classes, we teach this. Kasi it's important that their career goals are aligned with the company's goals. Now again, my question to you, do you know our company's vision? Any guesses? Sige, I'll give you a chance. Any guesses? I'll give you a hint. It starts with to be the leading. Yun yung umpisa ng vision natin. Again, the vision is our goal in the future. Where do we want to be in the future as Marie France group of companies? Anyone who'd like to try? Beauty industry! Alright. Okay, so the company's vision, mission, brand promise, core values, I think it was revised mid 2021, 2022. So if you don't know it completely, baka alam nyo yung previous versions. So with the company's vision, anyone would like to try? To be the leading. Yun yung start niya. To be the leading. Anyone? Anyone who'd like to try? You get sayang the popcorn, no? Is that high standard? Hmm? Close? Sirat na? Sirat na ba? Nako, how are you completing your objective setting forms if we don't know the company's vision? Paano tayo aligned niyan? Baka iba-iba kayo ng company's goal. Right? Okay. So I will share with you, if you want to take note of our company's vision, it's this. To be the leading body, for Marie France, skin for facial care center, and hair care solution provider that delivers real results. That's it. Very simple. And if you go to HR, you'll see this. You'll see this vision posted sa walls natin. Okay? Remember, we have 3 brands. Marie France, Facial Care Center, and Svensson. So, tatlo dapat yan. Leading body, skin, and hair care solution provider that delivers results. So, as much as possible, isapuso natin ang company's vision natin so that everyone is aligned. Now, what about our company's mission? Do you guys know? This is our purpose. Why we do the things that we do. That's your mission. Why you go to work, day in, day out, araw-araw. Even if you feel demotivated, you go to work every day because of our company's mission, our purpose. Diba? Naturally, we want to know why we do the things that we do. And that's our mission. I'll give you a hint. The company's mission, it starts with to provide. To provide our blank, and blank. Do you guys know? Any guesses? Anyone would like to try? Baka lang makatama tayo. Company's mission, this is our purpose again. To provide what? To provide our clients a what? Excellent service? Quality service? Hindi. There's a key word that we use. If you know the catchphrases or if you know the words behind Marie France Group, it's to provide our clients a transformative journey in discovering the best version of themselves. Right? Yes, transformative journey. Transformer. Very Optimus Prime. So transformative journey in discovering the best version of themselves. That's what you're doing, right? That's why we do the things that we do at work. Now, what about our brand promise? We've been here for how many years now, diba? Four decades? More than 4 decades now. And that is because of our brand promise. We only have 3. We have 3 brand promise to our customers or our clients. Any guesses? Kanina na mention it. Real results, that's what? Okay, thank you, Miss JR. You get a token. Anong brand you miss? Svensson? Marie France. Okay, you get a token. Thank you. Real results, that's 1. What else? What are the other 2? Na-mention nyo na din, kanina. Brand promise. This is the promise to our customers. Excellent service, Miss Jan. Thank you so much. MF, FCC, Svensson. Marie France. Okay. Last one. What else? What else? Tatlo yun. So, excellent service, real results, and transformative experiences. There's the word again. Transformative experiences. So, this is the promise of our brand. Why we've been here for so long. Ba't tayo binabalik-balikan? Diba? Now, lastly, what about our core values? Do you guys know our core values? Yan. Baka may sumagot, integrity, honesty, commitment. Hindi po yun ang core values natin. Those are very vague. Now, our core values are specific. So, core values, these are the principles or the beliefs that we uphold as a company. And And dapat aligned ang lahat with the core values of the company. If you don't uphold these core values, just a bit, parang maybe you're not in the right company, right? So core values are important because it helps everyone to be guided in their day-to-day work life. Okay? Sige, I will give a token to anyone who can guess how many core values do we have? Four? Miss Bell, are you sure? Yes, okay, that is correct. We only have four core values to easily be guided. Okay? Spencer, this? Spencer? Okay, you get a keychain. There you go. So we only have four core values. Let's reveal. Embody customer experience, right? That's one core value that we uphold. Apply personalized customer experience at every touch point. Another core value is to deliver results. Very important. We are committed to constantly and consistently achieving the desired results of our clients. I want to lose a few pounds. Gawin natin yun, miss. Diba? Those are the first two. Now, the next two, this is what we're doing now. Continuous growth and development. We embrace continuous learning and constant improvement in all areas of the business. Okay? It's never too late to learn things, right? We're always evolving. Remember the theme of our year-end party, evolve, right? We're always learning, we're always growing. Okay? It's never too late. Now, the last core value is service for others. We show our duty and social responsibility by giving back to others for the benefit of society at large. Okay? So remember, all the targets that you hit, all the quotas that you meet, it all doesn't mean anything if we do not give back to the community. Okay? Sino na dito naka-join ng mga medical missions natin? Miss Val, Miss Rosh, diba? Miss Riza, thank you so much. It's all voluntary. Okay? Again, those are our four core values. Apat lang po para madaling tandaan, madali tayong mag-guide sa buhay. Question so far before we proceed with a quick activity on setting expectations and SMART goals. Clear? Sige. So, using your notepads, I'll give you 5 minutes to think of two SMART goals. One, your personal goal or something that you would like to achieve for yourself. Okay, that's one SMART goal. And then two, think of a SMART goal that you would like your team, your subordinates, your team members under you to achieve. Now, hint, the SMART goal for your team should be aligned with the organizational goals or center targets. So yesterday, yung mga participants natin, I want to hit 10 million. Oh, diba? So those are the kinds of SMART goals that you might like your team to achieve. So I'll give you 5 minutes now, and then I'll call someone to share their SMART goal. Ayan. Let me just set my timer here. Okay. and 30 seconds. Be ready to share.
1 minute and
20 seconds.
okay.
Alright, time's up, time's up. Pens down. Pens down. Anyway, sige. Let's have someone share their personal goal muna. Something that they would like to achieve. A smart goal that they would like to achieve. Let's have Miss Mai. Okay lang po ba? Can you share your goal for us, please? Your smart goal.
Personal siya.
Yes.
To lose 10 pounds within this year, 2024.
Okay. Is that a smart goal? Close. How po? How are you gonna do that? We need the achievable part. To lose 10 pounds within
Within this year.
within this year. So may kulang lang, right? How are you gonna do that? How are you gonna lose those pounds?
To engage in exercise
Wow.
2 to 3 times in a week.
Wow, yeah. 2
2
to 3 times in a week. Okay. Thank you so much, Miss Mai, for sharing. Since you shared your personal goal, you get to choose who would you like to go next. Pili ka dito. Pwede dito sa side ng room na to.
spell.
Miss Val! Okay, Miss Val, take it away. Personal, yes.
Person. Okay. From this day on, I will save 500 in
Wow.
my bank so that I will have a retirement money by the year 2031.
Whoa, I love it. 500 every
Payday.
payday, and then by year 2031.
31.
Okay. Thank you so much, Miss Fel, for sharing. Next, again, you get to choose. Anyone else who'd like to share their goals? Ayan. Dito sa likod or dito sa harap. Don't hesitate. I got you. Ako bahala, Miss Fel.
Miss Chen.
Miss Chang. Okay, Miss Chang, go ahead. Share your personal goal. Yes.
My personal goal is I want to reach 55 kilograms by the end of March by exercising every other day and through balanced diet.
Every other day. Oy, safe. Every other day, not every day, right? Thank you so much, Miss Chang, for sharing. Ay, you get to choose. Who would you like to share naman their center or team goals, smart goals for the team?
Si Miss Jen.
Si Miss Jen! Okay, dokie. Miss Jen, take it away. Care to share your team's smart goal?
Parang personal, combined na to.
Combine! Okay, good! Pwede, pwede.
I would like to contribute at least 800,000 to 1 million.
800,000 to 1
In our
million
center sales
in our
at
center.
effort every month as an associate consultant trainee.
Alright, thank you so much, Miss Jen. Go ahead, buuin mo. Who would you like to share their center targets? Or team targets, team smart goals?
Miss Shy.
Miss Shy. Okie dokie. Sige, let's have Miss Shy. Take it away, Miss.
Hello? I will aim for 100% passing rate for the takers of the certification for trichology examination for the year 2024 by doing weekly lectures.
I love it! O, diba? 100% passing rate. Ilan po ba participants? Baka isa lang pala.
Probably about
3 or 4. Alright. For this year, trichologist certification exam. O, diba? Thank you, Miss Shai. Call on the next person, please. Last one to share their team smart goals. Sinong gusto mo? Kahit sino, Miss. I got you.
Miss Liza.
Miss Liza! Miss Liza, thank you, Miss Shai. Go ahead, Miss Liza. Share your team smart goals.
To increase this year's sales by
Mhm.
10%,
By 10%.
by achieving 50 enrollments for the month, and
15.
increase 50 enrollments
50?
for the month.
50? 50, no! That's too low!
50. And increasing re-enrollments to 3 times the first course.
Wow, o, diba? Very specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. 50, not 15. My God, Louie. Anyway, so I hope that gave you clarification on how you set your smart goals, both for you, for yourself, right? And for your team. Okay? Now, we would like to acknowledge the presence of our CMO, Miss Jacqueline C. Hello, thank you for joining us today, Miss. All right, now let's continue. So you might have seen this objective setting form before, right? Have you seen this? Those for the long-time readers, or our long-time readers. Yan. This is our objective setting form before. This is what you're used to, diba? You have the activities, the programs, the present status, the target, right? Initiatives, action plan, by when, di ba? May question pa dun, by when? Dun yung date. And then, what are the resources needed as well as possible obstacles. So this is our current objective setting form. Now this year, we want to make it smart. So this is what it will look like now. The objective setting form is now going to be smart. Applying the specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound metrics. And with the new objective setting form, you'll also be guided. There are questions included. How do you make it specific? When drafting your goal, try to answer the 5 W questions. What do I want to accomplish for this team member? Why is this goal important? Who's involved? Where is it located? Which resources or limits are involved? Okay? May guided questions tayo to make it a more objective setting form. Now, measurable naman, we have here metrics, milestones. Measurable goal should address the following questions. Can you read it for us, please, Miss Mavic? Measurable questions, yes.
How will you measure your success?
Mm-hmm.
How can you quantify progress and completion? How much, how many, what percentage, and how will I know when it is accomplished?
Okay, what's your success measure, Ika nga? Right? Now, what makes it achievable, there are 2 columns, if you notice. Resources needed and possible obstacles. With the current objective setting form, andun siya sa dulo. Diba? But this time, nasa gitna. We want it to be achievable. So do you have the skills and tools to accomplish this objective? What training, certification, what skills are needed for this objective? What experience is necessary? Do you need help from other people? Probably you need help from HR, from training, right? And for the possible obstacles, the only question that you need to answer is, what roadblocks will you face? Any hindrances? Hindrances along your way, diba? Now, the last two, we have relevant and time-bound. So with relevance, nakita nyo, alin dyan? Ano yung nadagdag under relevance? Miss Pinky, can care to read it out loud for us?
Embody customer experience, deliver results, continuous growth and development. Service for others is the goal in alignment with your values and strengths.
Perfect. So it's relevant. What makes this goal relevant? Does it fit the company's core values? Which you learned earlier, the 4 core values, right? Embody customer experience, deliver results, continuous growth and development, and service for others. Very important. Okay, dapat align tayo with the company's core values, the company's mission, vision, and brand promise when doing the objective setting form. Now, for time-bound, ito yung date kanina. Di ba kanina nakalagay lang doon? By when? Question mark. Now, we have time-bound. How long will it take for you to complete your goal? What are the intermediate and final deadline? Is the deadline realistic? So you have helpful questions to guide you in objective setting form. Okay, question so far. Are we clear with the SMART goals? Ayan. So with the SMART goals, you can apply it not just for the team or not just for your center's objective setting form, but also for yourself, for your personal and professional development. Remember, goals are the ultimate form of motivation. When you feel lost, when you feel demotivated, as long as you know that the goals are clear, right? You get up every day. Tama ba? Okay, now let's talk about, we're done with introduction to performance management. We're also done with setting performance expectations and goals. Now let's discuss, what if your team member, they are not hitting the goals? How do you give feedback? How do you provide coaching and feedback to these people? Now, we have a quick activity for you. Before that, these are the things that we will discuss when providing feedback and coaching to your subordinates. We're going to discuss providing constructive feedback using radical candor. We're going to introduce radical candor to you, handling difficult conversations with empathy and professionalism, and lastly, addressing poor performance and behavior issues. So, under your tables, if you guys can check, there are A, B, C, and D printouts. Meron ba lahat? Meron? Meron bang wala? I have extras here. So, we'll have a quiz activity, and everyone will just be given A, B, C, D handout. So, can you show me if you have your handouts? Make sure everyone has one. Okay. Now, this is just gonna be a quiz. Super quick quiz lang, and there are no right or wrong answers. What we want to know is how you would naturally respond to the situation. Remember, keyword, naturally. How would you respond to the situation? And to answer the quiz, you just need to raise your answer, A, B, C, or D. Okay? So again, no right or wrong answers. Just share how you would naturally respond to the situation. Let's start. Let's start with the first question. A colleague, a team member of yours, presents an idea that you believe is not well thought out. Hindi pinag-isipan. Something na parang pangit. Ganon. How do you respond? Letter A, if you answer A, I can see that you're excited about this idea, but I think there might be some issues that we need to address before moving forward. Okay, that's A. Letter B, confront them. That idea is terrible. It's obvious that you haven't thought this through at all. You say it as it is. You say it feedback. Right away. Letter C, you're such a great person, and this sounds exciting, but maybe you could make it a little better. Your idea is good though. That's letter C. Now, letter D, you react. Your response is, wow, what a fantastic idea. I'm truly amazed by your creativity. And then, later, you tell your coworkers, oh my God, ang tsaka ng idea niya. Oh, may mga guilty. Okay, in 5 seconds, I'll give you time to think about your natural response. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Raise your hand answers. Talaga ba? Really? Okay, mostly A's. Okay. Alright, that's how you would naturally respond, right? I can see you're excited about this idea, but I think may mga issues lang to address before you move forward with this. So, that's how you respond. Okay, let's see if your answers are consistent. So, question 2, your team member naman is consistently underperforming and missing targets. They're not hitting the deadlines, they're not hitting the targets. How do you address the situation? Letter A, you ask them, how can I best support you with your workload? Is everything okay? I've noticed some issues with meeting targets. That's how you respond. Letter B, you say it as it is. Targets are not suggestions. If you can't meet them, I'll find someone who can. Straight away, straightforward, no holds barred. Letter C, I know you've been struggling. Okay lang, don't worry about it at all. Missing targets isn't an issue. Pwede nyo siya kausapin. Even though it's going to be a big problem for their career in the long run. Diba? Minsan guilty tayo. Okay lang, next time, bawi ka na lang next time. Sometimes we do that. Letter D, I'm sure you're aware. Everyone's talking about it. Your performance is affecting the whole team. I hope you consider how this reflects on the rest of us. Maybe that's how you naturally respond. So, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, show your answers. Let's see. A, D. Okay. Alright, thank you for sharing. We also have D here. Okay. Alright, last question. Let's see. Question 3. A coworker is going through a tough personal or time personally and it's affecting their work. They're going through something. It's affecting their work. How do you handle it? Letter A, I know you've got a lot on your plate right now. What can I do to support you? As your direct superior, what can I do to support you? Letter B, your issues are not an excuse for your poor performance. Get your act together. Straightforward. Letter C, oh no, I'm so sorry that you're dealing with this. Take all the time that you need. Work can wait. But even though, if the balls keep dropping, it's going to hurt your coworker's career and the team's targets or results. Or maybe letter D. You say nothing. Don't say anything to that coworker. Dead man. But you complain it to your boss. Ako nga dati. Sometimes, di ba, we have a tendency to do that. You complain to your boss saying, I can't believe they're letting their problems interfere with their work. It's disappointing. Ako nga last year, I never missed a deadline. I never missed a target. Kahit ang dami ko pinagdaanan last year. So sometimes we naturally respond that way. So I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Show your answers. B's. Your issues are not an excuse for your poor performance. Get your act together. Okay, thank you so much for sharing. Ayan. So there's a reason behind your answers. And this is our introduction to what is radical candor. Have you heard of this term, radical candor, or the word candor? No? Anyone who's seen Divergent, the movie? Divergent, the movie, right? That's also the first time that I've heard of the word candor. What's candor in Divergent movie? These are the people who are honest. Diba? With Divergent, if you haven't watched the movie, the community is divided into different groups. There are the fearless ones, sila yung dauntless. There are also people who are selfless, which is abnegation yung group nila. And then, there's a group of people under candor. Sila yung justice system ng community. Because honest sila. And that is what we're gonna discuss today. Radical candor. Now, to explain radical candor, we're gonna use this framework. Yan, may arrow up, arrow down, arrow to the left, to the right. So, as you go upwards, right, using this framework, if you go upwards, you show that you care about that person. You care about them personally. So, you're careful with the way that you talk to them. You're careful with your relationship with them. Now, on the opposite end, wala akong pake. You don't care about your subordinates' feelings. You don't care about their feelings at all. Wala akong pake sa nararamdaman nyo. I'm gonna say it as it is. I don't care if I hurt your feelings. Now, the right and left arrow, for the right arrow, you challenge them directly. If they do something wrong, you challenge them, you confront them. You're not afraid to talk to them. And on the opposite end, there's silence. Deadma. Deadma. You don't confront them even though they're doing something wrong, even though they're underperforming. You don't say anything. Wala. Silence. Complete silence. Now, for those who answered mostly C's kanina, parang wala namang C kanina. Meron ba? May sumagot ba ng C? For those who answered mostly C's, you tend to give feedback using ruinous empathy. This is your way of providing feedback to your team members. Ruinous empathy, asan siya? It's in between care personally and silence. Okay? Ano kaya to? Ruinous empathy. I'll give you an example. You see someone with their zipper down. Diba? Ayaw mong mapahiya yung feelings nila. Ayaw mo silang mapahiya. You care personally about them, so you don't say anything. What makes it ruinous? Mas mapapahiya siya, diba? So ruinous empathy is when you care so much about your relationship with that person that even though if they do something wrong, you don't say anything. That's what makes it ruinous. Okay? It doesn't help. You care about them, yes, but you don't help them. Okay? Who here has watched Mean Girls? The original, not the musical. Have you watched Mean Girls? Original, Regina George, Katie Harris, Lindsay Lohan, and ano nga yung girl? Rachel McAdams. So here is a scene from Mean Girls to show to you what ruinous empathy looks like. Ayan. Let's play this video.
I really want to lose 3 pounds.
Oh my god, what are you talking about?
You're so skinny.
Shut up.
Okay, I'll play it again.
I really want to lose 3 pounds.
Oh my god, what are you talking about?
You're so skinny.
Shut up.
Okay, so in this video, diba? They think of Regina George as their leader. Diba? Parang gusto nila kuha yung loob ni Regina George. And when Regina George stated, I really want to lose 3 pounds, gusto niya pumayat. And instead of Gretchen and Karen being helpful, probably saying, diet ka kasi. Or maybe you should try dieting or exercising. What did they say in this video? You're skinny. Oh my God, what are you talking about? You're so skinny kaya. Diba? Kasi they don't want to confront Regina. They don't want to challenge her directly. Right? Clear with ruinous empathy. So, does that help Regina George's problem? No. Diba? Tumaba pa nga siya sa video, sa movie diba? Lakas kumain kasi si Katie may binigay ding for those who haven't watched it, I highly recommend. So, ruinous empathy looks like this. Right? You're afraid of hurting that person's feelings, so you don't challenge them. Okay? Are we clear? Questions so far before we move on to the next way of providing feedback, which is manipulative insincerity. Sino dito may sumagot kanina ng mga D's? May mga D's dyan. So, manipulative insincerity is in between silence and don't care. Akong pake. Kahit makita ko yung may ginawa kang mali, hindi kita i-confront, hindi kita kakausapin. Because I don't care about you. Why would I care about you? Diba? This is also known as what? Backstabbing. Diba? Sa harap ng tao na yun, okay lang, sige. But, behind their backs, you say they're incompetent. Kagaya kanina, yung, ano nga yun? Example earlier where you have a colleague na nag-present ng idea nila. Wow! Ano, fantastic idea sa harap nila. Tapos, ano ginawa mo? Chinika mo to your coworkers. Pangit. Bakit naman ganun? Diba? So, manipulative insincerity, it's also known as backstabbing. And imagine a center or imagine a community where this is the way that everyone is giving feedback. Ang toxic, diba? It's also very awkward. And no one's growing because no one's challenging one another. Okay? So manipulative insincerity, this is when you don't care about them, you also don't talk to them, you don't challenge them. Okay? Now let's see, there's also another clip from Mean Girls. If you remember the skirt scene. The skirt scene, if you have watched Mean Girls, again, this is an example of manipulative insincerity after the ads. Sorry for the ads. Okay.
Oh my god, I love your skirt. Where did you get it?
It was my mom's in the 80s.
Vintage. So adorable. Thanks. That is the ugliest effing skirt I've ever seen. Oh my god, I love your bracelet. Where did you get it?
So are you gonna send any candy canes?
No. I don't send them, I just get them. So, you're sending one, biatch? Not yet.
Okay, so that is a perfect example of manipulative insincerity, diba? Sa harap ng girl, oh my god, I love your skirt. Where did you get it? Tapos sabi ng girl, it was my mom's in the 80s. Vintage. So adorable. Thanks. Tapos pag alis, anong sabi? That is the ugliest FA skirt I've ever seen. And then Katie remembered the time that Regina was like that to her with her bracelet, diba? Oh my god, I love your bracelet. Where did you get it? And then most probably, chinika din ni Regina to Gretchen and Karen that her bracelet is ugly. So this is manipulative insincerity. Okay, so sometimes people tend to provide feedback that way, but it makes for a very toxic workplace. Okay, now let's move on to the next way of providing feedback. This one, obnoxious aggression. Obnoxious aggression. For those who answered B's kanina, I think may nag-B kanina, right? So for obnoxious aggression, if you notice, it's in between what? Challenging them directly, but you don't care about their feelings. Okay, what do we know this as? If this is someone who's front stabbing or prangka. Diba? They're not afraid to say it as it is. They're not afraid to challenge them directly if they're doing something wrong, underperforming, right? They don't care also about that person's feelings. They say it as it is. Straightforward, no holds barred. Lahat ng unkind words baka masabi pa niya kasi he or she doesn't care about that person's feelings. Okay? AKA, prangka. Talang yun. And if in a center or in a community, this is the way that we provide feedback, yes, we see results. Tama? Kasi sinabi mo as it is what your problem is. You can see results, but the relationship might be ruined. Okay? Have you experienced that? Diba? Yung mga challenging conversations, minsan kailangan na talaga ng obnoxious aggression. Lalo pag paulit-ulit na. Okay? So obnoxious aggression, although it's unkind, right? Although it's not kind, the words that you use are not kind because you don't care, you can still see results. Kasi you challenge them directly. Now, I have a sample video here of obnoxious aggression. Have you watched The Devil Wears Prada? Of course, diba? Miranda Priestley. Okay, so with The Devil Wears Prada, diba? Miranda Priestley, very kind lang siya. Not kind, rather, but very calm lang siya. But masakit siya magsalita. So here is an example. I'll skip to the part where she's a bit unkind to
Go
Andy.
beyond the ordinary.
May ads lang
Drive
po.
safely in style with cut.
Okay.
I have an appointment with
This part
Emily
right here,
Charlton. Andrea Sachs, yes, great.
they're
Human
already
resources
talking
has
to
no
one
sense of
another.
humor, but she's homeless and totally
Well,
homesick.
clearly I'm going to have to do that myself because the last two you sent me were completely inadequate, so send her in. That's all. Who are you?
My name is Andy Sachs. I recently graduated from Northwestern University.
And what are you doing here?
I came to New York to be a journalist, and basically it's this or auto universe.
So you don't read Runway?
No,
And before today you had never heard of me?
no.
And you had no style or sense of fashion?
I think that depends on what you're.
No, that wasn't a question.
You're right. I don't fit in here. I am not skinny or glamorous, but I'm smart. I learn fast, and I will work very
I got the
hard.
exclusive on the Cavalli for Gwyneth.
Thank you for your time.
Is that sad little person? Are we doing a before and after piece I don't know about?
Okay, so that's The Devil Wears Prada. If you notice, diba, Miranda Priestley's very straightforward. You have no style. I think that depends. No, it wasn't a question. I'm saying it as it is. Okay, so obnoxious aggression looks like that. You can still see results, yes, because you confronted the person, but it's unkind. Okay, are we clear? Next, okay, so we've done ruinous empathy, manipulative insincerity, obnoxious aggression. Now, let's talk about radical candor and why we want to be an advocate of radical candor. It's in between care personally, access, and challenge directly. Okay, so it's a balanced mix of caring for them, but you don't forget to confront them or challenge them. So when you challenge them, you're still careful with the words that you say. It's not about what you said, it's the way that you said it. Diba? May ganun tayong phrase na alam. So radical candor, it's really just saying it as it is, but with so much care for that person. So that they don't feel na parang, ano naman, sobrang reprimanded naman ako. Diba? Lalo with the generation now. Diba? Do you guys know the majority of the workforce now, aside from the millennials, you have the Gen Zs. And if you notice a little bit, this generation is a bit quirky. Diba? They're not afraid. They're not afraid, yes, but just a few things, just a few feedback sometimes. Ano? A few feedback, what do? Resign. Diba? Or magtatampo agad sa inyo. Okay, so as much as possible, we want to practice radical candor so that when we give feedback, they also feel that you care for them. Your words are kind. Okay, now who here has seen Legally Blonde? Elle Woods. Legally Blonde. Sino nga? Reese Witherspoon? Tama ba? Okay, so here is a scene from Legally Blonde, and I want you to observe. This is the scene where she got kicked out of class kasi hindi siya prepared. So this is a scene from Mean Girls where Elle meets Emmett.
No, it did not.
Excuse me, are you okay?
Did I just put you on the spot like that, like all the time?
The professors? Yeah, they tend to do that. Socratic method.
And so if you don't know the answer, they're just gonna kick you out.
So you have Stromwell, huh?
Yes. Did she do that to you too?
No. But she did make me cry once. I mean, not in class. I waited till I got back to my room. But yeah, she'll kick you right in the ball. Or wherever, you know. But yeah, she's tough. I like tough.
Great.
Don't worry though, it gets better. Who else do you have?
I have Callahan, Royalton, and Leventhal.
See, speak up in Callahan's class. He really likes people that are opinionated.
Okay.
And in Royalton's class, try to get a seat in the back. He tends to spit when he talks about products liability. And for Leventhal, make sure you read the footnotes because that's where he gets a lot of his exam questions from.
Right. Wow. I'm really glad I met you.
Hey.
Okay.
Are you a third yet?
I
Hey,
am.
Hi.
And scene.
Thanks for your help.
Good luck.
Okay, what makes this radical candor? Diba? Elle Woods, she's not prepared in class. Nirereklamo siya, pinalabas ako ng class. Right? And then, Emmett, on the other hand, narinig siya. Okay? And what made Emmett care personally dun sa part na yun, diba? Sabi niya, don't worry though, it gets better. Are you okay? Tinanong niya. And then, what did he do after? He gave advice. He gave sound advice. He challenged Elle directly. Pag ganitong professor, ito yung gagawin mo. Pag ito si ganyan, sa likod ka uupo kasi nagsispit siya. So, very helpful yung advice ni Emmett. But, he also showed that he cared kay Elle na, are you okay? Don't worry about it though. It gets better. And then, he challenged her directly. Ayan. So, that is an example of radical candor. You guys have questions so far? Before I share with you, saan ba nag-originate? Or what's the origin story of radical candor? Clear? Sige. So let's watch this video first.
The origin story of radical candor happened in the space of time it took a light to change. I was living in Manhattan at the time, and I had this golden retriever puppy named Belvedere, and I adored this dog, and she was totally untrained. So I'm taking her for a walk one evening, and she jumps in front of an oncoming cab. I pull her out of the way just in time, and I'm sort of standing there with my heart in my throat on the street of Manhattan, and this man looks at me and he says, I can see you really love that dog. That was all he has to do to move up on the care personally axis. He didn't have to take me to lunch. He didn't even have to know my name. I can see you really love that dog. But, he says, you're going to kill that dog if you don't teach it to sit. That was a direct challenge. And then he points at the ground and he says, sit. The dog sat. I had no idea she even knew what that meant. And he looks at me and he says, it's not me, it's clear. And then the light changes and he walks off and leaves me with words to live by.
Okay, that's Kim Scott. She's the author of Radical Candor. And that is the origin story of how Radical Candor started, diba? Her dog, Belvedere, completely untrained. Right? And then this man noticed na, parang baka ma-dead stock dog na to kapag hindi niya trainin. So, as a way to show that he cared personally kay Kim Scott, diba? Sabi niya, I can see that you really love that dog. That's all he has to do, or that's all that he has to say to move up the care personally axis. Then, ano yung sinabi niya? You're gonna kill that dog if you don't teach it how to sit. And then tinuruan niya yung aso. It's a direct challenge to Kim Scott. Okay? And that is the origin story of radical candor. Okay? What questions do you have for me? Clear? Okay, sige. I'll share with you one video, just a quick spot check to really see if you understood the radical candor framework. So I will share with you a video from Princess Diaries, and all you have to do is identify the way that the people in the scene provided feedback. Ruinous empathy ba? Radical candor ba? Manipulative insincerity? Or obnoxious aggression? Okay? So I want you to watch it carefully and see paano siya nagbigay ng feedback. Is it obnoxious? Is it manipulative insincerity, ruinous empathy, or radical candor? Hint, there are two. So I will play the video now. So this scene is when Princess Amelia had her makeover.
Lily! Car's here!
Coming!
Thanks for the ride. Thank you.
destroyed you. Oh, you think it looks that bad? You look ridiculous. You should sue.
Well, I know it's a little, straighter and shorter.
Weirder?
An attractive weird.
No, it's not attractive.
Seatbelts, please.
What I really can't understand, you ditched me again yesterday when I really needed your help on the Greenpeace petition. This bag. You have one of these bags? You know, we could hawk that and feed a whole third world country. Am I right?
No. If there are no more passengers, I think we should close the door.
I mean, you used to care more about what was inside your head instead of on it. Come on, Mia. Fess up. I don't know where you are these days, and now you're turning into an A-crab wannabe. You're morphing into one of them. And who knows, next week you could be waving pom-poms in my face. You're sold out.
Was my rear view mirror fogging up or was someone tearing back there?
I'm fine.
Very well, then I'll go meet your grandmother. But you should know that no one can make you feel inferior without your consent.
Eleanor Roosevelt said that.
Yes. Another special lady like yourself. I'll be back at 3 o'clock.
Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna end the scene here. And let's see. Let's hear it from anyone who'd like to share. Let's hear it from Miss Riza. Care to share? What did you notice? What are the ways that they provided feedback in this scene?
First,
Yeah, it's on.
first with her friend,
With her friend, Lily, her friend.
obnoxious
Obnoxious aggression. Right.
because her feedback, hindi maganda yung feedback.
Mm.
Hindi niya na-appreciate yung
Transformation. Transformative journey ni Princess Mia, right? Yeah, go ahead.
The driver naman.
With the driver naman, it's radical candor, okay? Why?
Pinakita niya lang po na special siya.
Mm-hmm.
Tsaka na yung ibang tao ma-appreciate yun, hindi lang mga friends.
Ma-appreciate it, not just her friends. Okay, thank you, Miss Riza, for sharing. Do you agree, Miss Rosh? Agree? Care to share your thoughts?
Sa friend niya kasi, obnoxious aggression kasi hindi niya na-appreciate tapos yung parang it shows na she doesn't care sa feelings ng friend niya. And with the driver, parang challenge niya na walang mandalait sa'yo if you don't allow it.
Walang manlalait sa'yo if you don't allow it. Thank you, Miss Rosh. Right? So let's talk about the friend first, si Lily. Diba? What happened when Lily confronted Princess Mia? Iyak siya, diba? She cried. Right? Although, well, in Lily's perspective, tama siya na pangit, diba? It's ridiculous. You should sue. You have one of these bags. Talagang kinonfront niya yung si Mia. So what happened? Na-hurt yung feelings ni Princess. Now, let's talk about the driver. I forgot his name. But the driver, right? He showed radical candor. How did he show that he cares? Diba? Tinanong niya, is my rear view mirror fogging up? Or is someone tearing back there? Parang may umiiyak dun sa likod. Diba? Tinanong niya. And then, he challenged her. What did he say? Walang manlalait sa'yo kung di mo i-allow. Or, in Eleanor Roosevelt's word, diba? No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. He challenged her directly. Okay? And that is a perfect example of radical candor and obnoxious aggression. Questions so far? None? Okay. Let's move on to this, just a quick discussion lang, just to a bit wrap up radical candor. Why do you think we are an advocate of radical candor? And of the 4 ways to provide feedback: obnoxious aggression, manipulative insincerity, ruinous empathy, radical candor. Of the 4 ways, which one do you think is the most toxic? Let's hear it from Miss Mai. Care to share? hand. Bakit kaya? Why do we want you guys to practice radical candor?
To practice radical candor because we're in a customer service industry.
Mm-hmm.
So, to be able to perform one individual, they must be ready.
Right.
I mean, personally ready every day. Most especially therapists, to be to how to be to ano, how to be in be in front with them so that we can perform well.
Perform well. And of the 4 ways, sa tingin nyo, which one is the most toxic?
Ruinous empathy for me.
Why? Ruinous empathy. Okay, why ruinous empathy?
Because having don't care and having no silence, you can improve anyone.
Wait lang. Ruinous empathy. You don't care ba with ruinous empathy? Saan siya?
You don't care but you're being silenced of.
I think that's manipulative insincerity, miss. Don't care, yung sa baba, di ba? And then, sa taas si ruinous. Manipulative insincerity. Sige, go ahead. Continue.
Manipulative insincerity, for me, is the most toxic way because being silent and you don't care, most especially the higher one, like the manager, no empathy with her subordinates. I don't think the goal can be achievable.
Yes.
And every day will be
really
hard for
toxic.
the subordinates.
Diba? Imagine. Hindi naman. Diba okay na?
All day being toxic.
Yes. You're working the whole day. You're not challenging one another. Lahat backstabbing. Pinag-uusapan nyo. Kayo-kayo lang. Diba? Hindi na nag-improve yung tao. So thank you, Miss Mai. Go ahead. Call on the next person. Who would you like to share? I'll give you that chance. Go ahead, Miss Pinky. Take it away.
Okay, so, syempre po yung radical candor, ito yung parang pinakamagandang approach natin for the subordinates, no? Because all of us naman, we care for them, no, to our subordinates. But sometimes kasi, yung caring too much is not advisable. Parang hindi natin sila kailangang ibebe all the time, no? But, yes, kasi tinuruan na natin sila from the very start. So, it's up to them kung paano nila i-apply yung ating tinuro, di ba? But, yung challenge kasi, yun yung magandang way para sa atin, para makita natin kung talagang ina-apply ba nila yung mga tinuro natin sa kanila, or just wala lang, kasi parang kailangan ko lang ma-regular, kaya gusto kong ayusin yung trabaho. But then, yung pagdating kasi sa susunod na step, another year, diba? So, kailangan continuous yung magiging performance nila. So, we challenge them. Every day, guys. Sa lahat mo.
Napapakawat.
Well, I just want to share po kasi isang incident. Pwede ba?
Go ahead, Miss. I love it. Go ahead. Share an incident.
Hindi lang. Sa tagal ko po kasi sa work, hindi naman, so konting tagal lang, no? Meron po kasi akong na-encounter na isang employee na sobra ang kanyang pagiging superior sa lahat. Sobrang superior in a sense sa pati yung manager niya, hindi na siya kayang i-handle. Na-report ko na po ito, anyway, so parang pagka naka-encounter ka ng ganung tao, ang hirap niyang kausapin, ang hirap niyang parang mag-accept ng kanyang pagkakamali. And pag nasa harap mo, since ikaw yung kanyang, let's say, supervisor kanya, or kanya, okay siya. Pero pag sa iba niya, no, sa mas bababa sa kanya, para siyang tigre, para siyang monster. So, ako po, na-challenge. Na-challenge po ako sa kanya kung paano ko siya i-handle. So, in a way, pati yung mga tao kasi nasa paligid niya, affected na. So, the result is, kailangan na siyang bigyan talaga ng tamang reprimand. And para din sa ikabubuti ng nasa paligid niya, and sa environment, sa work environment, kasi super affected na siya. So, happy naman ako na umayos po.
Perfect. And sino ba? No need to name drop. Okay. thank you, Miss Pinky, for sharing, right? So sa umpisa, right, as much as possible, practice radical candor. But if it gets too much, what's the other way? Kailangan mo na ng obnoxious aggression. Yeah. So pag sumobra na, that's the time that we can really try obnoxious aggression. But not all the time. Kasi masakit naman yun. Baka umiyak yung employee. So thank you, Miss Pinky, for sharing, and Miss Mai. So give yourselves a round of applause. Hopefully, we are able to apply this once we get back to the center. Now, you might have seen this method before. Do you guys know this? Sandwich method. Sandwich method of providing feedback, right? So, naka-sandwich siya. The constructive feedback, the challenge that you want for your subordinates to take, naka-sandwich siya between two positive feedbacks. You start the conversation positively, squeeze in constructive, and then end it again on a positive note. But, the tendency here, what if selective hearing si subordinate? Hindi niya narinig. Lumabas sa tenga niya yung constructive feedback. Ang na-retain lang is the positive, diba? So we want to introduce to you radical candor, right? You're just saying it as it is, but with care. Okay? Empathy plus action equals compassion. Okay? You're just saying it as it is. You just care about them. You're kind with your words. Again, it's not about what you said, it's the way that you said it. Pero pag sumubra na, Miss Pinky, obnoxious aggression na. Tama? Okay, so, I'm gonna give you a quick 10-minute coffee break. If you wanna get coffee, kain saglit, CR saglit. Before we proceed to our activity, you're gonna apply radical candor after 10-minute break. Sige, I'll